Captains, welcome the new update. There's a solid amount of new things and a bit of the earlier ones. Let's rush to check it out. First off, a whole new line of pan-European destroyers arrives in early access, packing fast torpedoes and powerful guns, but lacking smoke generator. They reside in dedicated crates with Tier 1 cruiser Griff and Tier 2 Romulus available for research from the get-go. The new line is joined by two new commanders, Konrad Helfrich and Stig Hansen Eriksson, and all-new Tier 6 premium destroyer Erland. Along come returning Friesland and Bliskowitzer. That's a lot to choose from. The new campaign brings along glorious Belfast 43, a new form of the all-around British cruiser. A smooth blend of smokescreen, radar and torpedoes makes her an enticing pick. Get her with the Admiralty backing active. It's all about the three. Prepare for arena seasons of 3 versus 3 battles. And, you guess it right, there are 3 of those. The big twist is Arms Race returning, but with no HP regeneration buff. Compete with ships of tiers from 4 to 6 for fun and prizes, including steel, crates, and commander progression items. An absolutely new feature is here, the auction. A chance to get your hands on rare items while bidding against other players will be available later this update. The goods are limited, so don't blink. Get on the seas and turn the tide.
On camera. Hello everyone, my name is Prince Flip and we are here to show off the May update. Sorry about the little camera error there, but this is my first time running with this setup, so we shall see how it goes. We have a lot of things to cover. We have Belfast 43, pan-European destroyers, a bunch of UI changes, and more. But I'm not here alone. You just saw him earlier, but we have Final Boss 12 with us.
Hello. I hope you're all having a great evening today.
And then we also have Sehales.
Hello, hello. Yeah, it's me. Wait, glad to be here.
So we have a lot of stuff to cover. We have pan-European destroyers, as we said. There are a bunch of them, including the premium Åland, which will be coming next week. We have Friesland back for global experience, and more. The campaign is Belfast 43, which we shall be showing off in detail, and showing some of the features of this ship and some of the less well-known features, as well as many other things. So.
Okay, so I'm so used to seeing what's happening on the screens you guys have over there that when I'm sat here, I have to like rely on cues of what's happening because I'm completely in the dark here.
We have to answer one other screen for you.
I don't need another monitor.
To give some context, Blip and me are sitting next to each other. I can go there. And then
Connor's
boss, we just like set him on the other side, so he has no clue what we're showing.
Yep.
So our task is to actually randomly switch to him, so he always has to pay attention.
Yeah. So
They've put me in the corner, guys.
Yeah,
like,
I can
what
go
is
to the
this?
north corner next time.
yeah. I mean, I was there last time, so we'll make a rotation.
Actually, next time I'm
Hello. Yeah. If you'll have to excuse how pale I am. I've not been hiding from the sun that much, despite contrary belief. The camera here makes me very, very pale. Casper, the friendly boss.
There's something wrong with that camera, but yeah, hopefully you can get that fixed in the future.
Yep. He's very pale. He's not this pale in real life.
Yeah.
We have to him underneath lights for it to look here.
I mean, I think we're all not the.
We're not the shining examples of tan. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I made the joke earlier that Connor looks like he stepped out of a 2004 Evanescence music video.
do you see how they bully me in the office? This right here.
I mean, we're also getting some flag back, so I would assume it's fair trade.
Yes.
Fair trade
So
of arguments.
well, okay.
Yeah, while we're not yet playing, by the way, just a quick announcement for all the people with Twitch. The new Prime Gaming loot drop is also live. You can get some camos, you can get some rare boosters, and
It appears it's been an iRobot bot attack in our Twitch chat right now. If you would like to deal with that very quickly. We're under attack, boys. They found us. The bots have finally found us.
On Twitch? I'm not seeing them.
Unless the comments have already been removed.
So
The comments.
I mean, Robin's manning the chat, so he's
Okay.
probably already got them for us.
There's been a few comments trying to sell us followers, primes, and viewers.
yeah, we don't need those.
So
We got you guys.
they got us, boys. So okay. So
Yeah.
what are we showing first? Because I cannot see what's happening here.
Do we want to go through the patch notes quickly?
Yeah,
or,
let's just go through them.
Yes, we'll go
So,
through the patch
New
notes.
fancy feature.
So we can now show the patch notes on the screen. So you won't have our cameras, but we can go through what's going on. So this is the May update for the year. We have an update basically every 5 weeks for most of the year. The new ships are Griff, Romulus, Class Horn, Visby, Vasteras, Skirna, and
Skåne is, I
Skåne?
think, how you pronounce it, but
Okay.
I'm also... The Swedish names are a bit difficult.
and then I'm going to make an attempt and probably butcher it, but Oyster Gotland, something like this.
I'm glad it's you and not me that's reading these out, I'll admit.
I apologize to any fellows.
If there are any Swedish in the chat, join our Discord and just make a little recording for us so we know how to pronounce it, and at least we know that we butchered the name in future.
So we have Conrad Helfrich, which is the new commander that slipped through last update, and so many of you probably are already familiar with him. But the new destroyer commander is Stig Hansen Erik. The
Stig!
Stig. And so Stig is the new commander to kind of more focus on torpedoes, while Swirsky is still his classic, more gunboaty destroyer commander. We have the Belfast 43 appearing as a tier 7 version of Belfast, featuring the torpedoes that she carried during World War II. The torpedoes were removed later in the war, or not later in the war, after the war, which is the version that is represented at tier 6. And so Belfast 43 features the same sort of setup that Belfast at tier 6 has, where she has smoke, radar, and sonar all together at once. You can kind of swap those out with different consumables, like you can swap sonar for defensive AA, radar for catapult fighter, smoke for a regular heal.
Smoke for heal is a big trade, but I think it's worth mentioning here that sonar, radar, and smoke all in one together is probably and arguably the best utility set we have in the game.
Yeah.
Which also mirrors Belfast.
Yeah.
So
But she is quite squishy. So
yes.
that's the trade-off. She has more high explosive penetration, which is something that we don't show in the game yet. But and that's more or less why she has a slower reload. If you actually do the math and compare full reload build Ochakov with full reload build Belfast, it actually has a higher HE DPM than Ochakov has. And that's due to having more guns and more damage. So,
though to be fair, she got like what 14% fire chance, and Ochakov got 17, I think.
yeah, with the full build.
It's a few less fires, but more alpha damage.
Yeah.
Basically.
So you kill or you sink destroyers faster, much faster.
Well, chat is saying you got Skåne right, the rest, eh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There was an
we know
attempt.
we're butchering those names. They are difficult, okay.
And so the campaign structure is quite similar. We have division missions in the campaign. So if you do it in a division, or you can do it solo and have your group score work together for it. We have the Azulane and Godzilla versus Kong are coming back. They'll be here in the next few weeks. Then you'll be able to get them.
all 3 waves.
Yeah.
So before the questions arise, it's all 3 waves.
Yeah, all 3 waves of Azulane is coming. Everything Azulane except for Azulane Atago. The Azulane Atago has a new voice actress in Azulane, and so we can't provide her with the old voice actress. The the auction is coming as a new feature. There will be a special ship with it, the Koenig Albert, and basically what it is we'll put a thing in auction. There'll be a limited number of them. The top winners will get the ship, and everybody else will have their bids refunded to them. So
Yeah, you either get what you were bidding for, or you just get your credits, doubloons, back. Then.
The flip side is you can't see what the bids are from other players. So you bid how much you would like to pay. If you win, you get it. If you don't, you get the full total refunded.
Yep.
And if you feel like changing your bid, you can also do that later.
And then we're going to have 3 arena seasons. The first one starts on Thursday. But the main thing is that the arms race mode returns with the buffs, but there's no healing buff. So this will be quite interesting to see how that changes things.
It was one of the biggest feedback points we received.
Yep.
So
a lot of people complained that the heal buffs were too strong, and I tend to agree with them. The Miyogi is appearing as a premium ship in the next few weeks. And next week we have the Erland appearing as a tier 6 premium destroyer for the Pan-European line. We don't have any new balance changes this update. We did release a blog post recently that shows balance changes that will be coming in the next few months. So stay tuned for those. And there's a bunch of UI changes as well and some bug fixes. But major UI changes appear in game. Some of you may have noticed that there's a new health bar, which we can kind of display. You can see everybody's health bar at all times now. And you can also differentiate between whether or not you're detected by sonar and radar. So that's the patch notes in a nutshell.
Okay.
Great.
Well.
So let's go into battle, I guess. You guys want to play?
What tier?
Well, first off, we have to get into a division.
Imagine being prepared.
Okay. I put up a looking for division, so you can find me through there.
I've sent both of you invites.
I'm
Mine
very
hasn't-
busy equipping my
Not coming up.
It's probably on your.
I got it.
Yeah.
There we go. So
First, I'll bring out Belfast.
we're playing Belfast first.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to play Belfast as well. I can't
So
pass
we're
upon
going
this
triple
opportunity.
Belfast.
I'm the British guy here. Of course, I'm gonna play the Belfast.
Fair point.
I'll bring. In that
It would
case,
be
I'll
a
bring
crime if I didn't.
Friesland. I will bring Friesland with the full DACA build.
Okay. I'm not going to use smoke. I'm actually going to take heal. I'm going to go radar hydro heal.
We have something wrong with our left UI setup, where both of us are Prince Flip now.
Now there's 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. We're both Prince Flip on all of them. So, but
So, Robin, if you can see that, please help us.
yeah. So I'm Prince Flip. This is Sehalis is this guy.
Not this guy.
So the one with glasses is Prince Flip.
It was right earlier though.
The original plan was that I would sit in that seat.
Yeah.
And so only one name was changed, maybe. But such is life.
Apparently my volume is too loud on my microphone.
Okay, so I think that's channel 3.
This is what happens when we stream without the Sailor Robin, who's like the tech wizard here when it comes to this setup.
So, Final, can you say something again?
Hello.
Yeah.
How many CMs does it take to adjust a microphone? It's like the opening to a good joke.
So, should be better now. Trip drops? No, we don't have trip drops, but the Prime Gaming loot went live today.
Yep.
So you can check that out.
So no Twitch drops yet, but we are working on getting them, or we hope to get them rather.
It is on our hopes list.
It's very high on our hopes list, especially Robin's hopes list.
Yes.
Okay.
Robin is
said he's
actively,
gonna come over in a bit, and we'll get rid of our curse of all being Prince Blip. Actually, we just should get Final to also be Prince Blip.
Everybody is me, and I am everyone.
Okay.
We are the Prince
Are
Blip. You will be assimilated.
Are you ready, Salas?
Yes. I just actually need to ready up to
Go.
start the battle.
Let's go
Sorry.
into the
I
game.
thought I already did it.
So, Belfast
tandem.
43. What?
We said so in tandem there.
We did.
Okay,
See,
I
it's
can
already
hear.
spreading.
Okay, right. So, Belfast 43, Hydro, Radar, heals instead of smoke, which is probably an unusual choice, but I don't know. I feel like the concealment within the smoke anyway is still fairly big where people can just RGA spot you. So, we'll see. I'm going to try and hunt some destroyers. What do we got?
I'm going to give you Final Boss's camera so you can see the new ship.
Fletcher, Sommers, Kagero, all in a division. Okay.
Semi-final boss is questioning your choice of running Belfast.
That's why he's the semi-final boss. Okay.
Now with half of the British ships, yeah. Do we have an update on training rooms yet? I'm sure the last one was mentioned, and that was an update, etc. in early spring. So that's a thing we don't really recall when that was mentioned. If it was mentioned to be like early spring, I'm sorry, but we have no ETA. We don't have anything fixed for that yet. We hope to still get it this year around like clan release or something, but like we can't tell you this is the date.
Yeah.
As soon as we can, we will, and you will definitely hear it.
The last update that I'm aware of, and I've looked around, is that training room is due after Clans Part 1. The only thing that I remember us saying it will come in spring was cross divisions, and that came several months ago.
Yeah.
So,
and also the cross divisions, the cross platform divisions were like a requirement to be added before we actually do the clan stuff. So that might be where it got confused a little.
Okay.
Prince Prip clone looks interesting. Yeah, it's a beta of the cloning facilities. They don't work that well yet.
Do you have RGA in
Oh
anything?
crap! I tried out to swap my consumables. I'm actually running heal. I want to.
Is your perceptive grabbing anything, Lane?
I don't have it on.
Okay.
I'm not running
That's gonna
meta
be
build.
interesting.
Right, so I guess I'll just pop my Hydro, watch out for torps, just hope for the best. Swap to AP, probably take this Hipper out. He stays with that broadsword. Turning in, okay. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, the torpedoes are coming in. There's a lot of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the Sommers then.
That's a lot of them.
Yep, I'm also gonna.
Okay. I'm trying to.
Can you make it?
Yes. I'm trying to like find the optimal
Oh, you just
way I can dodge this on-swarm without taking any right now. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take what I think.
Oh. They run out? Do they run out? No.
There goes half my health.
Yeah, unlucky.
Right, I just got hydroed by the Hipper.
There was like 1 meter or so, and you would have not got the hit. Unlucky, unlucky. Oh, so the Hipper burned down.
Fletcher?
Yeah, already engaging. He's slopping down. I'm hoping he pops his smoke. He's gonna reverse. Okay. I'm gonna do something really dumb here and hope the battleship doesn't punish me, but I want to get this Fletcher up before he sends another wave.
I would assume the battleship might be punishing me.
Yeah, the whole destroyer division's here. More torpedoes.
Yeah,
Trying to hit you.
they are.
Let me know when your hydro runs out.
I got 15 seconds.
The Fletcher a couple more times.
Smoke on my left as well. I'm just gonna push. Honestly, like I have low enough health where.
It's just radar and.
Yeah, I'm gonna radar in a minute. I want to get this destroyer on the left hand side because I think he's close enough where I can really catch him here.
He's not spotting me, so
So Iowa is down.
The
radar.
destroyer's hidden somewhere. Oh, he's in the smoke screen, isn't he?
Oh god, more torps, dude.
Are you
These a lot.
radaring or? Okay.
That's
Nice
me done, I
one.
think. That's me done, I think. Yep.
No, you're still going.
Barely.
Let's just push the Kagero.
Yeah, the Fletcher is dead.
Yeah.
I have engine boost, so I might be able to catch a Kagero. Friesland's not the fastest thing.
Just be careful, because he's going to defend the island and try and top us as we go around.
I'll go around the right side.
I will Hydra in a sec. When I get closer. Didn't she just top the... no, probably not.
And
We
she's
don't.
probably reloaded.
No, so
yeah.
the top's here. Look, I've lost count of who's been topping who because the
Hydra?
entire division's been here doing it.
That's quadruple launchers. That's Kagero.
We're spotted.
Oh god, I'm gonna eat this torpedo.
No.
No. I drifted into it. My
Unlucky.
fault.
I have radar in 14 seconds. So.
I can radar now if you're in
Well,
position.
yes, please, if you haven't already.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, she's running, okay. Got her engine. Her engine again.
Heal up.
oh my. Two Belfasts being pushed by 3 destroyers is such an optimum scenario. We still lost. How does that work?
We didn't lose.
No, we're actually doing
But they
quite well.
chunked so much of our health. Like
I'm
from
full, what do you mean?
straight up-
Yeah.
Like, also, ironically, the one who's running the repair build is full. Like, they just didn't touch me. I showed the Iowa on my broadside.
You
but,
both were running repair.
He was also running. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was running smoke.
So-
Never mind then.
Yeah.
I did not say anything. I guess I'll just cap.
Yeah. No, yeah. We won that side. I mean, if I hadn't eaten a torpedo, I'd still be going.
I mean,
Just-
I didn't really do much apart from get the last hits, but I take that.
Yep.
Oh, we have a
Hello.
visitor.
We have a visitor. Special guest.
Good evening, everybody. I heard you were looking for some fixes,
The last,
so let me help.
not the last, the sailing tech support, I wanted to say. I don't know why, but in my mind, you were suddenly the last Robin.
The last of the rubbish.
The only one.
So there's already comments saying new Belfast seems worth the money. Okay, so just because we play badly in a ship
What?
doesn't
This is
doesn't
young.
reflect the ship as bad. It just reflects us as bad, right?
I think there are already some. There might already be some videos out by the
So
contributors.
I mean, pushing into torpedoes in any ship is never ideal.
Yeah.
Full transparency. I mean,
So, but I-
I'll
we actually
admit
gonna
the
use
Belfast
that?
43 isn't amazing. It has higher DPM than Ochakov. It also has an incredibly useful utility set, which, regardless of how you want to look at the ship's performance, you really can't dispute that radar, sonar, smoke, or radar, sonar, heal is arguably the best utility set we have in the game for any tier 7. It is.
Thank you.
But, you know, unfortunately, we didn't represent it the best.
Yeah.
And as people are pointing out, yes, I didn't mention that we had a heal. I forgot, and I didn't use it, and I died.
Yep.
So,
Robin has killed my clone, and now things are more better.
Yeah, we'll trust the cloning facilities next time, I guess.
Yeah. Because the only ship that has a higher alpha, or the only light cruiser that has a higher alpha strike than Belfast at tier 7 is Suzia, who also has 3 guns, or 3 more guns. And the per shell damage of Belfast is quite high at 2,450, and it has 30 millimeters of HE penetration, which means that it will penetrate targets like Ochakov can without EOP. So she has a high fire chance with HE penetration as a combination, which is a good thing to have.
Somebody's saying the smoke is worse than the regular Belfast. It's different.
It's a quick smoke, so
Yeah,
you get more charges and you get to have it like more often. You get to kind of move it around. It's
it's
like
really-
lightning.
It's really a matter of preference. I know some people really dislike that smoke. Some really do. So it's just a different playstyle.
Okay.
Oh, that minnow's dodging that. Sadly.
So. Full health Bell 43 versus Minnow.
I mean, if the minnow's doing her job right, I have no chance. But let's see.
The Bell 43 actually has relatively good punishing
She's
AP.
sailing away from me, so it's really difficult. And there's also, those are also there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really be able to do that much there. Oh, nice one. Our minnow got the battleship.
Not the one that shot you though. He's still around, so be careful.
Well, they both shot me, so
Oh, okay.
one less is already better than both.
There's a few questions on YouTube, so nothing has been said about the testers yet, so I'll say something about them now.
Difficult.
Okay, so the applications right now, we still haven't gone through them all. Like in regards to super test, I'll just be fully honest and say we intended to bring in around 60 to 80 people, and that got pushed to about 100 to 120 people into the program. We received over 1,400 applications, which I go through. Right, I'm still going through
Every
them.
single one.
Every single one. So this is going to be quite a long process, and you guys are going to have to bear with us and be patient with us. Those who are successful will be contacted. Those who are not successful will not be contacted. That is ultimately all there is to it right now. I'm buried in applications, and it's taking a huge portion of my day filtering through them right now. I have no additional news regarding the super test process.
Yep.
Sorry.
So like just about any light cruiser, she does not excel when people are kiting away from her. But
Oh, you might be able to AP blap.
yeah, I don't have AP loaded though. No, I will do so.
I can guarantee she does.
No, really? A Minotaur having AP loaded, that's so surprising.
Impossible.
What?
Is this you telling me the Minotaur has AP?
Wait, what?
What?
I mean, there's an option.
I mean, Minnow with AP
we
would be
need
kind of...
okay. We need Robin again, or someone who's moderating the chat, because now we're being attacked by another bot
I got it.
on the
it.
YouTube.
Some spam bots today.
We're under attack today. It's a siege.
Ah, she got my main gun. Well, that's it then. Well played by that Minnow. Couldn't really do much there. Minnow HE build, yeah. Secret
People
ultimate guide.
are saying click on the bot for free doubloons. Don't do that.
Yeah, do not.
Don't click on them bots. We can't vouch for the safety of anything if you click on those bots.
Come on, Z23. You got this. It's just a Minotaur.
You've seen someone in the Tier 7 Pan-European a week or so ago. Yes, you might have done. So a few of the Pan-European destroyers were actually being live tested by some of our fine super
Ooh,
testers
she just got it.
before their main launch. So you might have actually already seen a few in
No.
the game.
Oh,
No. Yeah, that Minnow is doing really, really well there.
yep.
Holy crap. She...
On a defeat.
Well, actually both Minnows kind of carried their respective team.
Yep.
Okay. I did not do the Belfast any good that stream. At all,
Me neither.
actually.
Such is life.
Triple destroyer div. Right from the get-go. Also, for those who haven't already checked, you will notice that if you go to your daily reward that you can redeem in the store, from now until the end of the update, the daily crate will include a Pan-Euro.
Yeah, I wouldn't promise until the end of the update, but at least for today, the daily reward has a Pan-European destroyer crate in it. So go ahead and get yourself that.
Go get your free container.
It you can actually get it every single day. I
Oh, it
believe.
is every day.
Yeah,
Okay.
so from
Not
now...
sure. I'm not 100% sure if it's until the very end of the update, but definitely not just today.
Yeah.
Well, log in every day, check the daily container. You might find there's also a Pan-European container there, which will give you a chance of getting one of the destroyers. So, Confusion aside, get your container. While
And
it's in the store.
confusion.
Exactly.
Copium.
All right. What do we want to play next?
Ships.
Yes.
Yes. So we're playing
we
6?
can go 6, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out the Erland. So premium tier 6 pan-European destroyer.
I'll go with Skona.
All right.
Or do you wanna boss, do you wanna
He's gonna
That's
take
right.
Hood. So
I'll pick Hood.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I didn't hear it. Maybe.
so Erland is quite a lot like the other pan-European destroyers. She features 4 main guns, 6 fast torpedoes, engine boost, heal, and DFAA. So the stats are here. Now this is with the same build that I was running on Friesland, which is the maximum DACA build, which is probably not optimal, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time rearranging my builds. Oh, looks like, no, that's just 4.
Well, I still need to quickly add the modules. For Öland, by the way, if you can do this one.
Yep.
Good. First of all, look at this very beautiful camo. It's the European camos. Bit different, not the usual too colorful or blue, black. Kinda interesting, like a forest style camo.
It's a nice camo. The consumable camo is nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're running.
You do also get them from the European crates, by the way. And yeah, I'm running also, I think, the same build as Blip. He kindly helped me with that because I'm still a bit of a potato, like you can see on my flag. And yeah, you see like Skona, you got DFAA, you got the repair party, which is like the signature trait in the higher tiers of the pan-European destroyers, engine boost, and no smoke. And then we see how it goes.
Yep.
By the way, there are already Des Moines in the waters. I actually encountered a player with Des Moines, like, it was yesterday or over the weekend when I was playing.
Oh, wow.
I was playing on the weekend just
Congrats.
at home, and I encountered a Des Moines player, and I did think, wow.
Somebody was really eager to get her.
Some people are very eager to get Des Moines. You might already see a few of them out there. Like I did encounter one of them.
Yeah. So somebody asked, how would you go about applying to the CC program? If you have, so the basic requirements for being a CC is to have 1,000 followers and 3 months of content already done. And so that we can go through it and see what you do. You also have to have like a reasonably good video quality, audio quality, and average viewership. So once you have all of that, you can come to me on Discord or any one of us. But generally speaking, I usually handle the CCs, and just talk to me, and I'll take a look, and we will see about adding you to the program.
Yeah, chances are I would just tell you to send the same to Blip again.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
if you come to me, I'll just forward you to Blip
Yeah.
anyway.
So
message
we
him.
coordinate with all the other CCs through Discord. So that's why we have you come to me on Discord.
Same, by the way, for Super Test, we use Discord quite a lot there because there were also some questions whether they can just skip Discord. No, it's
Discord is a
very
hard
mandatory.
requirement. Super test. Yes.
I'll go to C. Oh wait, actually, there's nobody at A, right? I'll just join you at B.
I kind of
Oh,
want to
you
use
wanna
this
go to C?
island. Maybe.
And I wouldn't. Sorry.
Do you want to go to C?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Oh,
to C.
I thought we're spreading on two.
I might cut back in and go into B though. So I'm very indecisive.
I'm
Yeah.
generally not that good with the stories that don't have smoke, so I will see how it goes.
Yep.
I mean, it's a lot about like your positioning. You don't really have this. Oh, just press smoke and can probably get away with it. Kind of play style button.
I'm always surprised about how quick the turret traverses in HUD. When you play the battleships, it's so slow, but it actually feels kind of reasonable on the HUD.
You got torpedoes coming in?
Yeah, I see them. Ah, now she's out of my range again.
Really? Okay, so all of you can see? Okay. I think there's an enemy destroyer in A, and we have no one spotting.
Yeah, there is. Ah, damn, I beached. Oh wow, I parked perfectly. How did I do that?
Kotsky?
Yeah, I cannot park, so. I'll just show your point of view.
Yep. I'm gonna go in on her because
I was a bit too focused there on that Georgia.
Well, at least you blend in with the island.
I do actually, yeah. Sorry for that. Okay, now I'm back.
I'm gonna get ambushed by this destroyer, and I can't start reversing as I'm too far in. I don't know what I'm gonna do here.
Nice parallel parking job there. Yeah, I mean, that was. I just wanted to show how nicely I blend in with the island. Was totally the plan.
Nice citadel. Nice.
found him. Hello there.
Oh, you're even gonna hit him with the torpedo.
No, that's not mine.
Oh, it was mine then, I guess.
Here they come. No.
Who's bullying you?
Just our entire team decided to just let them take an entire cap uncontested.
Yep.
Just.
Yeah, I mean, splitting onto like 2 caps and not all 3 makes sense. Now and then. There's a King George.
Trying to turn out to get the angle on. Oh.
Yeah, we need to go in and take B if we can. Vanguard.
King George is burning. Yeah, as you can hear, or as you can't hear, we're fully focused right now.
I'm just trying to stay alive. Like, I'm being pushed super
Oh,
aggressively.
the Benson.
Yep.
Is she going forwards? I can't really see it.
Yeah, she's going forward. Just very
Oh,
slowly.
very slowly, yeah, okay.
Oh, there's something right in front of me. Crap, Orkin.
Where are you? I can't help you there, sorry.
That's probably.
I'm being told by the other
That's it.
I'm losing faith. Ah, Benson, come on, stop varying your speed.
Ah. Yikes.
Is she beaching? Yes, she is. What? Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, that Orkin really.
She's still alive, right?
Yeah, the Orkin's still alive. Textbook Orkin. Come around the corner, pop radar.
Nice to see you in the Hood. The Hood is actually a great battleship. It
Yeah.
has very accurate guns, decent traverse. It can bounce shells off its armor belt quite well. Given it can't hold a flank by itself.
Lots of HP.
Lots of HP.
Long boy.
So
Oh, can you stop beaching, Benson?
the Hood is one of my favorite ships.
It's like,
Like,
it's actually good tactic right now, but I'm also potatoing because I'm too much tunnel visioning on the Benson. And now I got some ships on my roadside.
All the Royal Navy Tier 6 battleships are great.
some places it's good you struggle with the same things as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really bad still with destroyers. I just really struggle with having the awareness.
Just need to just be aware of your concealment and spot. That's already like a 10 out of 10 job for a destroyer. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that part is easy, but if you're actually fighting something else and then yeah, this happens sometimes.
Yep.
And that's why I stuck to pretty much everything else so far.
Ooh, is this Iowa going to get the Vanguard?
doesn't the Hood have a from the depths camouflage? It does, and I have it. So once this game is over, I can probably put it on. Show you guys. Should
On
the
Iowa.
camera go to
What's the Iowa doing? This one?
Yeah, the Vanguard broadside, but was waiting on his reload, I guess.
If I wouldn't have to potato, I would have actually been able to torpedo the Vanguard probably. So, eh.
What about against a Bismarck? Does it perform well? That didn't take long, did it? So,
No.
obviously Bismarck is an entire tier ahead. So it will perform better than the Hood in most cases. It's an unfortunate reality.
Yep.
But
20 years newer.
But for a tier 6, the Hood is strong. It's actually
Yeah.
very strong. It's undeniably strong, and people sleep on it when they really shouldn't. You don't see many of them anymore. People don't, in their head, it's like Duke of York. People in their head don't think they're very strong, but these are actually incredibly strong ships and vastly underrated.
Yeah.
If you have Duke of York, go back and play it. Give it a second go.
Yeah.
I
And-
think you'll be positively surprised.
And also, make sure you give that AP a try. It's both Duke of
Yeah.
York and Hood have the USN heavy cruiser penetration angles, which means that they can shoot at ships before other ships can shoot at them with AP in terms of their angles and will punish them quite good. So,
Oh, Iowa just went down.
Logic here on Twitch, yeah, Hood is super under explodes. Come on, guys.
I mean, Hood is underrated, but you can't really just with almost any ship, you can't win alone.
yep.
That's just how it is. I mean, you can sometimes, but your enemies kind of have to help there.
Nelson is in it. It's one they're talking about Nelson now. Nelson is incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Incredibly strong. Like very, very well performing battleship.
Yep.
Okay. Let me go back. I think, are we all going back to plot or are we watching the game?
We can. I mean, we're still watching, but we can just go back.
See this. We should dunk the Prince Eugen, and then we'll head back.
Personally, I think like the only British ship I really just don't play, and I've had this discussion with Blip on several occasions, is Tiger. I just can't enjoy it.
I like Tiger.
I can't enjoy it. I've tried. The British Teaboo in me really wants to like it, but I can't. I can't enjoy it. Just like, despite my best attempts. But I very often get asked what is my favorite ship, and I reply Duke of York. And usually people are quite surprised. Like, if you have Duke of York, try it. Give it a second attempt. A lot of people brush it off as a worse King George, and they just, not my thing, I don't like it. Give it a go, really. Like, give it a proper go, and you'll see what I mean. I think you'll be converted.
Which one next?
I think tier 3. Give the Koenig Albert a try.
Oh, true.
So
do I have,
Koenig Albert will be featured in the auction, and which will come later in the update. It's not currently online. I believe auction either starts week 4 or week 5. So we still have some time before that happens.
Should be in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right. You will see it probably have an article on, and you will probably get a pop up in the game.
This camo, man.
I actually don't have any German battleship commander right now. I did not play them yet.
Henry J. Hyde is good.
What? Bellerophon gets artillery plotting room mod and main battery mod.
Yeah. Bellerophon is cracked.
What?
Also for
The only bad thing about Bellerophon is the absolutely glacial turret traverse.
Like, but this is my first ever time properly looking at the modifications for it, and I've gone to the final mod slot, and I am mind blown. Artillery plotting room and main battery mod 3 in tier 3.
so whoever wants to,
Excuse?
so whoever wants to clip that, just call it realization.
What? Okay. I don't know what's better. Do I want to shave 12% off my reload, or do I want 11% dispersion increase on a tier 3? Okay. I need to think about this for a minute. Like, this is gonna, this is a gigabrain. Like,
Somebody just got a revelation.
okay.
Revelation. English. It's
Hold
very
on, let me look at
difficult.
my command build.
To address the question by Daniel here, will there be any further improvements to the graphics on next gen? I don't see much of a difference with the new ray tracing. I mean, we are constantly working on the graphics right now. Still, next gen, not that many players play on it, so of course it's not the whole focus. But the more players play on next gen, the more there will also be work on it. And for ray tracing, I'm a big fan of ray tracing in games, whether it's on console or on PC. But it generally is very subtle.
Yep.
And that's why not many games support it. It's like, it's a lot of performance that you drop for it that you could use otherwise. But it's mostly about shadows, slight tiny details, lighting, like the stuff you notice when you take a screenshot or look at like a really beautiful video, but not really in the heat of battle usually.
Yeah. And so I saw one comment about Duke of York. It's not just trading reload for a sonar from KGB. Duke of York has better shell grouping.
Lane with the actually.
And Duke of York has significantly better armor piercing shells. So it's quite spicy. You do lose a little bit of that KGV reload, but you gain it back in accuracy and in shell capability, and that sonar is quite nice. So, and it has two fancy permanent camouflages, including the winter skin if you got it, and the
great.
and the what was it? What was the camo called? The one that we released last update. The Valor camouflage, was it? To go find it.
I think it was Valor. Yes. The red and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or dignified.
Yes.
Yeah, dignified,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
it, yeah.
Dignified.
Yeah, it was the dignified set. I'm still like, can we just acknowledge for a moment that Bellerophon has artillery plotting room in tier
It's
3?
not the only one. Nassau has it, Turin has it, and Arkansas has it.
Finals mind right. I'm like,
What? Tier
I will never
3?
stop defending Duke of York.
Wow. It shows how little I play tier 3 this. Like, okay.
Yeah, tier 3 has some wild chips in it.
Let's club some seals. Just
Oh, watch, we're gonna run into. We got lucky, boys. There's no ensign gabolds.
Okay, we have no gabolds. Okay, there's no gabolds. It's good.
Yeah. So ensign gabold is the torpedoes are currently bugged. She has the wrong torpedoes on. That will be fixed probably within the next week or two. So stay tuned for that. Enjoy her while it lasts.
enjoy the seal clubbing. Yeah.
Yep.
With your
Cool seals.
pre-nerf La Fantastique torps. Tier 2.
Totally working as
That was a mistake. Okay. Honestly, like, with this kind of accuracy, I can just go straight in and just angle.
Yeah, just make sure that all your enemies appear on one side of the ship because you do not have turret traverse. You just don't.
It's probably faster to just mount them, like turn them around. and
Oh,
come back on.
okay.
Any news on any new tier 7 Japanese BB? Like, unless we already shared something, we usually can't talk about any upcoming ships, anything in that front. There's Miyogi coming, not quite tier 7 though.
Yeah, definitely, definitely not.
Okay, so
A few
30
tiers
second
missing,
reload
yeah.
isn't special. For sure, but... Oh, dude. These shells. Okay.
Majestic.
Let's see if I can hit the Wyoming at 12.5 kilometers in tier 3, like accurately. This will be the real test here. No, he's turning away, so I'm not going to waste a salvo. This Danae, though.
And when it
Okay,
comes
Danae.
to accurate secondary guns, that's a very relative question, what you call accurate.
Yeah.
You will almost never probably have like really accurate ones, because it's just like we don't want you to just go AFK.
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Okay, I just half health the Danae. Over 10
Okay.
kilometers. I'm going to go again in a minute.
Somebody's having fun.
I'm just absolutely stunned. Like, I think I'm going to go home after work and probably play some tier 3 in a Bellerophon if it comes out of this. Bro, please. Okay.
Come on,
They,
Ronald, do it.
they were all out. They all missed. It's fine.
If you want to play some more tier 3, I'm currently slowly but surely working on all lines to get like the lower tiers.
Okay.
Happy to join. Actually do have the excuse of having to play them.
That's unbelievable. This Danae's turning away. Hang on, can I hit it anyway?
Yeah.
No.
Is she turning in again? Yo, she is.
Turning out,
No.
I think. You know?
Just going straight now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Poor Danae. It's bullying the Danae.
It was her fault for standing there, I guess.
Oh, he's running
Why are you
away, and
bullying
it's like, oh, you think range will help you? Although artillery plotting room says no. It's just... Wow. Okay. Ganget, 12 kilometers, turning away. Okay, I just want to get a nice broadside or something.
So I have to say, playing like one of these really fast pan-European destroyers and then hopping into König Elbe, like
different,
cruising
yes.
at a nice and calm 17 knots right now.
Are you running drill bits? Yep. I don't
Mistakes
run drill
were
bits on
made.
like anything.
Oh,
Mistakes
okay.
Oh crap!
I think you're in danger there, my guy.
I found some torpedoes. It's like, I'm in danger, this meme.
Wait, my running with scissors are active because of that destroyer. Oh.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Oh, look, the Langley is in range.
Okay. When will the Alberts be available? The Alberts will be in the auction. Do we know what day that goes live?
I believe it's in during week 4. So,
In a few weeks, not
Yeah,
not
a few
right
weeks.
now.
yeah. But she
Come
looks
on.
very nice.
Very good, very nice.
No, she got the tops out the moment I killed her.
Very good, very nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
Oh.
Langley's going to eat torpedoes.
But
Okay, I'm
Pan-European
broadside,
destroyer torpedoes are very fast. Reload is quite nice, but they are not dealing that much damage, so that
And
just
there's not that many.
saved me there.
He's gonna ram you. He's gonna try.
He's trying, but he's in no way.
This ship has absolutely like
Actually gonna pull
abysmal
it off.
turning, I'll admit.
But my turret traverse speed is actually not fast enough to punish him for that.
I'm hoping he goes like full broadside to me to try and ram you. Which I think he's gonna do actually. Just gonna chill here. Wait a minute. I'm gonna just let him turn around. Okay, he's not. Well, let's disable his gun then. Hold on. Oh, right as I fired my salvo, he died.
I felt like deleting.
I wasn't top of the
deleting that ship.
team, but man, hitting ships across the map in tier 2, tier 3 games. Madness. Okay. What is the plan, guys?
What is the plan?
I don't know.
This is the question.
Will past
What is
campaigns
there
just
left
be in
to
the
show?
auction?
I mean, we have the tech tree pan you use, but I mean, I'm sure for the most part people will be seeing them anyways right now with the containers.
I mean, I guess we can play.
I don't think any of us have the tier 7s right now, though.
No, I think it's still in... Isn't she still in testing even?
No, so the super testers no longer have the tier 7. It's just the tier 7 will not be available now until the next update.
I thought there might have been another change. Maybe...
You can show me Yogi. Tier 4.
Can't you? Yes.
Oh yeah, true.
We can. Are you gonna run the generic Arthas the Cold?
You know it.
Slap 'em up build. Okay. Okay.
I like your way of thinking.
Are we all gonna run Arthas the Cold, my OGs?
What do you think? Guess.
Is that a question? Did you just ask that?
No, that's not a question, it's a statement.
I'm gonna run running with scissors as well for the extra meme. Sure.
It's not memey enough already.
Like catapult fighter is default, of course, and it will stay on. Catapult fighter of Arthas the Cold. Yeah.
So here are the stats for Miyogi.
Auction, another pay-to-win scam. You see, now, in order for a scam, you lose money. If you don't win the bids in auction, you get everything back. You don't pay for something you don't win. So
Yeah,
you can...
It's also not even like a container where you might get something you don't want.
No,
You just don't get anything, you get your stuff back.
you either
Get your-
win and get
or-
what you wanted to buy,
Yeah.
or you lose and you get your money back.
Yeah. You get your doubloons back or your credits back.
Yeah, there's really no losing. Like if you bid 5,000 doubloons, if you don't win, you will get those 5,000 doubloons back.
Yep.
So
Did they say Warhammer hasn't gone to tier 7 yet? So the blog posts we made about the balance changes, they were, like we wrote there, they were not for this update. It takes a while to like actually add any changes. The way the development team works is not like we snap our fingers and in like a version 1 or 2 weeks later it's already in. That does work for hotfixes and stuff, but not usually. Usually it takes a bit longer to actually implement that, and might be some preparation, some fine-tuning. Maybe want to look at other things as well, and of course we also have to have time for it. It's not like the devs are just sitting there waiting to actually make the actual changes.
I'm looking at the line.
Player-to-player auctions when that's not planned. The whole economy is not made for that, and it also allows for a lot of nasty things. That's why we can't have nice things, I like to say, like scamming others or real money trading, all that sort of stuff. So we don't have any plans for that.
Yep. And Miyogi has 1.9 sigma, which is better than Congo. I have not checked what her dispersion characteristics are like, so I couldn't tell you that offhand. Yeah.
Okay. My objective is to get within breathing range of something, so I can just snap it in half with
That
a...
is HE. I am a potato.
Oh, me too. It starts with
Somebody
HE
clapped that New
selected.
York
Yes. The excuses we were paying attention to the chat before the battle, so we didn't see it. There, we got one.
Yeah. So, yeah, the changes to the change to Weimar and the changes to other ships that we announced in the Balance Overdue article are not in the game yet. They will be coming in the coming months. So,
Was just saying that. Yeah.
oh,
Speaking of attention. Fully focused. Can we get that mini
I'm an
card?
American. You can't expect my attention span to be longer than
Ooh, use that
Come
then.
on, it's
the
not
width of a teaspoon.
that bad.
It's a self burn. I can do that.
You have probably like the best attention span out of all of us in here, actually. Like this guy will sit and skim through game data for hours to find the most obscure values of things.
people ask the question, you gotta have the answer if you can.
Yeah, either that or you go to his desk and it's like, oh, what are you doing? Well, just reading through this book, and it's like,
I'm just
Wall of
learning
text.
the mathematical values of how acceleration and de-acceleration work in the game.
I'm just
and-
getting absolutely
bro.
destroyed by the destroyer here, and I
This
can't do
guy.
anything.
That's important because now I can tell people that that Belfast's acceleration curves are the same as regular Belfast and Edinburgh's, except for she actually accelerates faster in reverse.
I've just dev struck 2 destroyers. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I'm just
what-
getting farmed here by the destroyer. Nobody here to help me.
I'm like stuck against the island, like not even reverse.
Let's see if I can slap this zucchini here. Nope. Delta is kind of bow on.
Out. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I just spawned on the other side and there were no cruisers or anything to help me.
Oh, you would reverse when I predict you're gonna go forward when. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I might be done here. This
Kinda
is a
hurts.
bomb. That's gonna
Ichi sushi. Ichi sushi.
hurt. Yeah, it is half my health.
I don't know. People and the guys and
wonder if
also
it's-
some players like to call her zucchini. Probably because it's just easier to call it that.
No, I call it zucchini just because that was what my mind thought the first time I saw the name. Hello, Koenig. How you doing?
Camping ship sounds like American cruisers. I mean, like pretty much any Daka fast spamming ship, right? But what I mean is probably campaign ships, and as I already answered earlier to that very same question, no plans right now. Like we will see.
I'm
Like
gonna
that's
die
the
if you
first
guys,
auction.
like, being-
We have a few things in there. Also, if you go to our Discord, we just launched a survey that you can get there, or on Reddit as well. You can find it as well there. And in the survey, among other questions, where you can give us some feedback, early impressions, like first impressions, what you think about the new features of the update. There's also a field to recommend any future auction content. So we'll check out what you want to see.
Yep.
Can't promise anything, but we'll definitely take it into consideration.
Okay. I'm gonna browse through the questions on Twitch. Do you plan on buffing New York and Texas? There's no plans to as of right now, but this again, if you write the feedback, we can forward it.
Yep.
If you're in a Discord, write your feedback in there. We've just put out a new feedback form on all our socials, basically everywhere. Fill it in, submit it. Your opinions will get forwarded to the developer team. So feel free to say that these ships are underperforming in your eyes. Any news on when subs are coming to console? We have no plans as of right now to introduce submarines to World of Warships Legends. There's a lot of comments about Weimar right now. We have no additional news on what will be happening with Weimar, or closer to the time we'll be releasing more information on both what we plan to do with Weimar and how we plan to deal with unwanted Weimars because of the change. This will come closer to the time. Right now, though, there is no additional news.
I like that little note from Twitch chat. We do have subs on Twitch. Technically, you do have subs on Twitch too.
And on YouTube.
And on YouTube as well.
Player-to-player auctions. No plans for player-to-player auctions.
Like I said earlier. Too many issues with that, and we pretty much would need to change the game quite a lot.
If I'm missing
Get
your
a work
questions, I'm
economy.
sorry. I'm scrolling through them. I don't see any others that I really see predominantly appearing over and over again.
See, how does the Weimar pronunciation make your eyes twitch? I mean,
Same
honestly,
with
I'm
it.
just used to it. Weimar is like how you pronounce it, but like Weimar, it's so close. if that's how close people get, I'm already happy. There aren't that many people who, for example, say like großer Kurfürst correctly, or like pretty much any other German ship, so I'm not gonna complain.
A lot of graph spies
Graf Spee.
instead of graph spay.
When will we be able to break down the permanent camos we don't need? So as of right now, I don't think there's any plans to introduce this, but this is something that we are actively forwarding to the developers.
Yep.
This is feedback that we have made a note of and we have forwarded it. So we have heard you, like we've heard that you want this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wish there was something else we could say at this time, but there isn't.
There's a lot of stuff in the works right now, so that are coming. So some smaller things might be on the back burner in that sense.
Independence, we can't physically show Independence to you right now because I don't think we have it available right now.
No, we don't.
So we can't actually put it in our accounts to show you Independence this stream.
We'll definitely make sure to have her on our accounts and be able to show you the ship once we're getting closer to it, but she's not part of this update. Will you guys have more ships from the PC and mobile version of the game's Legends? Like, I mean, I guess that's nothing surprising. Yes, we will try if we already have them on PC. We can use some of their models, some of their textures. Depends a bit on what it is. Sometimes more, sometimes less, and it is making it easier for us to actually add some ships if the PC team already prepared something.
Is there a possibility that if there's 18 of you, play private lobbies? Okay, so it sounds like what you're talking about here is training rooms. Like custom games, custom lobbies. This is something which we don't have any additional news on right now. But again, it is a feedback point we hear. We're not ignoring you. We're not ignoring your questions. Like, we see this point in a variety of different places. We're completely aware.
Beautiful dispersion, but a missed. Sad.
What are your personal favorite parts of the new update? Okay, so I really like the new HUD in-game, where ship health bars are always visible. And they will expand or minimize based on whether you're targeting them, and they'll flash indicate they're taking damage and many other ways. It seems like a very minor change, but it's such a huge quality of life improvement. To be able to see who's taking damage on your team, who's taking damage in enemy team, where everyone's health is, and it allows you to ultimately make better educated decisions on what you're going to do in game. I think it's a great improvement.
I wouldn't even say it's a small change. Like, it has such a big impact. And
Yeah.
just like you're saying, quality of life.
It's just a huge quality of life improvement. I'd say that's probably my favorite thing. And then, of course, Belfast 43. I'm British. I know some people are annoyed. It's another Belfast. And you're right, it is another Belfast. But is that bad? I mean, we have Belfast with torpedoes, with Ochakov level DPM, and the best utility set in the game.
Yep.
I like that. That sounds good for me.
For me, it's pretty much the same, actually. I think it's not very much of a secret that I like everything Royal Navy.
Can we get
and
wager
also
matches for steel? No. It's not happening.
Final boss is just...
Yeah.
I was talking.
Sorry, I
He
wasn't.
just
Go on.
talked over him.
Go on.
I'm reading chat. And yeah, I mean, I got a PlayStation now. I need a 4K screen actually, and then I can also check out the ray tracing. Looking forward to that. And what about you?
For me, it's definitely just having some UI improvements, because it's not just the HP bars, but also the commander skill icons got
Yep,
reworked.
they did.
So you can see what commander skills are at what percent at all levels at all times. And that's quite nice to have.
Yeah, all these
The,
little UI changes.
Yeah.
Also, in the shop, the nice change to actually preview any of the custom geysers and stuff. That's also always nice. I like to be able to check that out. If I'm a player and have to buy it, of course. I mean, we have the luxury of just adding it to ourselves, but that's nice for you.
Yeah. So if you want to compare Belfast 43 to Mines, then Mines has about, offhand with the same build, about 30,000 more HE DPM. HE DPM of Belfast 43 is offhand is 258,000 roughly with a full reload build, and then Mines is 284,000 with a full reload build. But Mines has like 4, depending on your build, like 4% fire chance less than Belfast, and doesn't have smoke, doesn't have radar. So,
Just seen a comment saying that Belfast 43 seems like a slug from streams. That's because we're playing it. And Archikov is not that great except in better hands. Archikov is a very high performing cruiser on average, if I'm correct in believing, right?
yeah. I mean, he's right, though. Like, you do need to know what you're doing to get a lot out of it. But Archikov is a very strong ship overall.
It is. It's a very strong cruiser. That's why we compare it to Archikov, because Archikov is a very high comparison point.
And it's also in terms of feeling, in terms of how the HE shells perform, they're quite similar because they both have the same inbuilt 30 millimeter HE penetration. And that's why I chose it as the metric, because that's how it will feel.
Guys, can you fix the bug that resets controller stick input when you open the command wheel? If you're turning and open command wheel and close it, the game will no longer register that you're turning. I mean, technically it's not a bug, so that's why it's not like just fixed. But we did talk to the devs about it, and we like have it on a list of like, if we could change that, if we ever get to reworking this part, it would be really nice. I can't say whether that's going to be anytime soon or ever at all, but it's definitely on the long list of nice changes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically intended. Like, you have to kind of decide. Factor that in.
Okay. So,
Oh, just not a feature, I guess.
would you like to give Belfast a go again?
Well, we can give it Belfast a go again. I want to play it this time.
I kind of want to try play Belfast. So you're going to play it, you say?
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'm going to as well.
But I'm bringing smoke.
Okay.
But if you're both playing Belfast, so Thing is actually on tier 6, I think. I can play Destroyer again, I guess.
So I'm not sure about Lion, but Lennon we did say would come back at some point, but it has not been determined and hasn't happened yet. So at some point, you bring Skerna with Belfast.
Ah, crap.
Is HMS Lion going to be coming back?
I meant to go with Friesland.
Yeah, I just had the Lion one, so.
I just saw Penny U flag. Ah, that must be it.
All right, let's go. So
I feel
free-
somewhat disconnected from you guys with this big wall here. I'm actually,
Wall of
I'm
computer
actually
monitor.
struggling to hear Jan in the corner. And then
maybe get a haircut,
Yeah.
so like your
So-
ears.
you're just whispering very quietly into the microphone.
I'm sorry. I can try to speak louder.
And then I have this huge wall of monitors here. It's like a wall. So I can't even see their faces.
If you want, we can give you like direct feedback, so you can hear all of us in your head, including yourself.
Or one of those Elon Musk brain chips.
got
No, like we have like this direct feedback on your
Yeah.
headphones.
ASMR Salas.
ASMR.
And but
So wait, ASMR is like this is it, yeah.
the
To German.
So I've seen this question a few times come up. Will IJN carriers get AP bombs like on PC? There's no plans for it, although we do know that we probably need to show some love to the IJN carriers, especially Shokaku.
Please.
Um,
Please.
we'll take a look at it when we get there.
Straight for B.
Uh,
Oh, you guys want to go on like A or C?
I think I kind of want to go towards A
Okay.
because I want to.
Works for me. I just need to know.
Yep.
Yeah, so there are some arguments for and against subs, like you guys can see, even here in chat and in general. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think it's the same for every ship class. Right now, as we said earlier, we don't have any plans for them. What happens in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, nobody knows. That's why we also try to not say, "Oh, we'll never get this," or "We will definitely get it," because even us,
Can't
even
promise
the
it.
devs,
Yeah.
even the development director, nobody knows what we are gonna do in the long time. I mean, of course, we do have some plans for like the next year or so,
Yeah.
but we can't reveal anything.
And so somebody asked an interesting question about refit ships. Like, will refit ships like California or even Belfast in this instance always be at the same tier as their other ship? No, it will depend on the ship's characteristics and like where it should be. I know, for example, PC has said that that eventually next year, West Virginia 1944 will be a thing. Eventually, so if/when that comes to Legends, it probably will not be a tier 5. Probably, but I can't. Who knows?
Smoke screen set.
There's not much going on this side of it. No one's just spotted anyway.
Yeah, when it comes to the Italian battleships, we know they need a bit of love, and that's also what we revealed earlier, that there's in one of the upcoming updates, together with a whole lot of other changes, we're also gonna give them a little bit of a buff to some of them. You can just go to our blog to check it out. And also, we will be trying SAP with some premium cruisers.
Yep.
But the exact fate of that, which other ships might be able to get it later, or like whether no other ships and only new ships will get it, or whatever like that, we will decide at a later point. First, we want to see how it goes and get your feedback on it.
Stalingrad.
Oh
is
crap! I
radar.
thought the Baltimore already used her radar.
Yeah, let's farm the Stalingrad.
Yeah, well, Stalingrad had a nerf to fire damage, and so you start fires and watch the numbers go.
The radar should be down soon. It is.
And there's the next radar.
8 shell shatters. Yikes. Okay. He's reversing.
Smoke screen set.
Very glad she only got AP.
AP on Stalingrad is very strong. That's why I'm very glad. I'm glad we're getting Stalingrad out of the game right now, because
Yeah, I know. Against you, it's great. Against me, HE would probably do better. So
Yeah, it would almost definitely do better.
I mean, it still hurts.
Like, battleships have a really hard time dealing with Stalingrad.
It was a bit unfortunate to run into this one flank with 2 radar ships.
3.
3?
There's Baltimore and Ochakov.
Oh, Ochakov was there as well. Didn't see her. Ah, true. Yeah, she's hiding behind that that island in the south. True.
It's nice. I'm trying to convince them to add subs. Okay, so what's important to realize is the determination of whether subs are added or not is not based on this Twitch chat. Okay? So sitting here and spamming, I want subs, I want subs, I want subs, or I don't want subs, I don't want subs, I don't want subs, in the scheme of things makes very little difference. What does make a difference is feedback channels on our Discord and our forums and everywhere else. But Twitch chats, I think it's important to realize that the Twitch chat is temporary. This chat will disappear when the stream ends.
Yeah.
Screen set.
But
If you have genuine feedback, leave it for us in a place where it will remain and we can forward it for you. But sitting here and arguing in our Twitch chat about something is not convincing us to add anything.
yeah.
It's also not exactly like, oh, in 3 months
Conquer
we're gonna
AP.
do that.
Oh, I guess half my health. Okay.
Yep, that just happened to me too. They're gonna get you real soon.
Yeah, free real estate right now. I'm running.
Yep.
The problem is, all I can really do against a Conqueror is start fires, but Conqueror has super heal and can just heal all the damage back. So it's like, what is the point? Why am I doing this? Just to suffer.
Yeah. So the yeah, been seeing a few comments that I'm not going to read out, but they're about new player experience. We did make some improvements to new player experience in this update. The demo battles system, which basically means that new players will end up in a AI only battle each time they unlock a new class of ship. So if they unlock a destroyer or a battleship, they'll be put into a AI only battle to kind of get to grips with the new class, which also shows them some of the ropes on like what the class is about. And I think that's 2 or 3 per ship type. But like the thing, as always with tutorials and new player guides and that sort of thing, is that the data shows they don't work. And like 9 times out of 10 in most, like in video games, forced tutorial or even an optional tutorial do not teach people how to play the game very well, because these things are just much more complex than what you're able to show in a quick tutorial.
So that's like pretty much the reason why almost all games just have like, oh, use the left stick to move your character, right stick to turn your camera, like.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and especially with Legends, there's so many different things. Like even trying to generalize when to use a certain ammunition type. I mean, for I guess something like a Minnow or Stalingrad, it's easy because they only got one. But even that, it's difficult to teach all these facts to people. But we'll try if we have some good ideas. So we'll definitely keep working on that.
Yeah.
And if you have any good ideas, apart from please add tutorials, because it doesn't really help us. But if you like proper ideas, definitely put in the feedback and we can pass it on.
I think it's safe to say that improving the new player experience is always a priority. It's just about finding effective ways to do it.
Yep.
And as Sales has said, just asking for better tutorials or better new player experience doesn't actually help us identify what the problem is. Like, absolutely, if you have feedback, suggest it. It's not that we're ignoring new players. Like, of course, we want to help new players. We want to improve the quality of life for the game. That should be a given. So.
Also, it's a myth that I hear sometimes that want to keep players bad. Like, no, if they are bad, they are more likely to be frustrated and leave. So,
if players are bad, all players are more likely to get frustrated, not just the
I guess, yeah.
players. Because it's just, but there's also a degree of like, we have limited development time, and we would rather spend it on something that's useful rather than something that gets used once and probably only gets ignored during that use. So a bunch of other comments about the Iowas and nukes. No, it's not happening.
Come on, guys.
And there's some more data for it. The duration of time in which the Iowas had nukes, except for Missouri, which Missouri never got them and never got the refit to handle them, was during 1956 to 1959. 3 years, not during the 80s. So.
yeah, I guess I'll just reveal myself.
Yeah, the loading screen tips, we are looking into working on them. So because we know that some of them are quite lackluster, and so we want to make them a little bit more useful. So that might come in the future.
Okay.
Our team depends on you. Yeah, I don't think.
Friesling carry potential is not extremely high. Not solo, at least.
It's a fun boat to play, but it's not going to carry a game in its back. For sure.
The stress level increases dramatically.
Shall we reduce the stress level?
More tier 3, yes.
More chill.
More chill.
That's actually also kind of a highlight. I like König Albert.
it's such a good looking ship. Like I love the white camos on any ship.
The camo I like. I'm not a big fan of the how's it called? Like when the secondaries are part of the hull. I forgot the name.
Oh, casemate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of those.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like the ship itself. It's just like a strong, solid battleship. On PC, it's pretty broken.
I'm gonna mess with the commander build here actually.
That's where I mostly played her, of course, so far. But just a chill battleship.
Ooh. We'll go to 2-3 again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll keep it as a secondary build.
I'm gonna play Bellerophon. I've discovered the strength of this ship. Can't help it. I can't help it.
The Rule Britannia is strong.
You give me power, and I'll use it.
So
more info
do it
in game
again.
available to play, so they don't have to find it outside of the game. So the thing is, there's this fine balance of, not just fine balance. There's this balance of how much info is too much info, especially for the players you guys want to improve. It won't help them that they know their shell velocity or like their sigma or something like that. We understand that some of you really want those values, and if we ever rework a part of the interface, we will think about that, maybe add it like as an optional thing or something. But these values won't help most players. In best case, it will do nothing, and worst case, will even just confuse them. So that's why it's not like the highest priority to add those hidden sorts of values.
If you tell a new player the sigma of a ship is 1.9, the first question they're going to respond with is, "Oh, cool. What sigma?" Right?
Yep.
And for the most part,
And even the other values, like it's cool to have a certain penetration or certain velocity, muzzle velocity or something like that. But the main issues people struggle with, you don't address with that. And there we're getting back to the whole topic of, if you have any ideas how to do a really good tutorial that is not 3 hours long per ship and takes like 2 years to make, we are more than happy to talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't know about the accuracy of Conan secondaries. You'll have to ask me on Discord after the stream, and I can look that up for you probably tomorrow, not after the stream. So
yeah, after the stream we go home, have some dinner.
Yep. Disconnect.
The K Albert will be available in an auction later on in this update, around about week 4.
And the story of Koenig Albert is that it is one of the Kaiser class battleships from World War I. The key moment of fame for this ship was the Battle of Jutland, or Jutland, where it joined the main German battle line and partook in the actions there. It's very hard to distinguish individual ships in that battle for their actions. So, and I don't remember offhand anything notable from Koenig Albert. It's also just a very good-looking ship with a handsome camouflage before the war.
Ooh, I'm seeing some torpedoes here. Okay, that one got good.
Ooh.
Can we get that Wyoming?
I hit him up a little bit. Yeah, the demo battles are for new players just starting the game. So, and it's like tier 3, tier 2. So if you're already playing the game for a long time, you're probably not going to ever see them.
Yeah, yeah.
Out.
Oh, this is a tier 4 game. So there's an Acasta here. Means I'm in danger.
Yeah, Nassau's also do hit hard. I just had to find that out.
Secondary range is 4.8.
I'm getting
Which means
focused super hard right now, so I'm
this-
gonna go down in a second.
Looks like pretty German secondary accuracy to me. Come on, Casta. Come a little closer. You know you want to.
I'm out. Can explain Sigma in a loading screen, but what is this going to achieve?
What is it?
Explaining Sigma in a loading screen.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's some people who like to really delve into like the details, but like probably 99% of the players
Yeah.
would never care, will never care, and
And it requires more text than you can fit on that screen.
yeah, it's not exactly like, oh, it influences your dispersion. Like
We can't
somehow, like,
even say that Sigma means better accuracy because it doesn't. Like,
Not by itself, no.
no, it requires
Yeah.
dispersion as well. Like,
like to actually make sense of that parameter, you need to do the math individually for every single ship.
It's,
and not only is this overwhelming for new players, like if we hit them with a million different mechanics right off the get-go, but it's also somewhat unimportant. Like you can play this game very comfortably without. Like if I was to say to the people here asking for Sigma right now in the chat, trying to stress how important it is that people know us, I'm pretty confident you wouldn't be able to name the Sigma of every ship in the game.
I can't.
You have the data.
And I can't.
My point being is, if you yourself don't know the Sigma value for every ship in the game, it just goes to show how easy you can play the game without knowing the Sigma value of every ship in the game. So is it even really worth us trying to stress this value to new players when, for the most part, it doesn't actually affect the player experience that much? Sigma and dispersion are great to know, sure, but you break it down to the core concept. Either your shells hit, or they don't.
No.
And
And even that, you can generalize for most things. There's only really, there's 4 different types of dispersion in the game that for battleships. And then almost all cruisers have the same dispersion. All destroyers have the same dispersion. It's like mechanically speaking, it's not information that other than the generalizations that you really need to know, like that you need to know the high depth details of. It's cool to know. It's a nice rabbit hole to go down to, but
it's just not new player friendly.
It's not. Yeah.
Pip is saying all we really need is a reliable way to reinforce the difference between AP and HE. From their player should naturally discover the rest.
Yeah.
But even if we have that, which is not as easily done as it's said, the discovering the rest part implies that the player who's playing realizes where they have to learn. Like just that part is so difficult to actually reflect on. Whatever you're doing, that applies to video games, that applies to sport, that applies to pretty much anything in life. Just realizing what you're lacking is really difficult, and accepting that as well. So yeah, but I sometimes like to say that if anybody ever figures out how to educate people on such things, whether it is a game or I don't know, perfume, or anything else, that is gonna be making you billions, because it's actually not that easy.
Seeing questions about standard fall.
And for plans on Shokaku or anything else, if we didn't reveal it yet, we cannot share that here. If you believe some ships should be looked into, we might not have them on the radar. Just put it in the feedback on Discord or in the survey, and we can have a look at it.
We can be blunt and say that
if you have any more detailed question, especially about like all the values we just discussed, just put them in the Ask the Team chat on Discord, and we can get back to it tomorrow. So,
in regards to Shokaku, I can be honest, like personal honesty for a moment, this is feedback we're forwarding. We are forwarding that players believe that Shokaku is underwhelming. It's not new news for us.
Yeah.
We hear you, and we're pushing it. And to be honest, I think the personal opinions of some of us here also are that Shokaku is underwhelming in comparison to some other carriers. So in some parts we agree with you, and in other parts we also understand the importance of dev time and how this will affect other things.
We can tell you for sure that based on some things that are in the notes about big things coming up, devs have a little bit more important things to worry about right now than one character.
There's some huge news on the way. As we've teased in the patch notes, there's some big news on the way, and we can say there's big news on the way, and you will understand.
Yes.
You will understand. Come the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So So there are some things at this point that it's just like we know about forwarding feedback all in due time, but there's other things to worry about.
Yes.
So and I think standard fall does work on cruisers, but I need to test that. I'm not. It doesn't say whether or not it's explicit only to destroyers. So usually when that's the case, then it should work on cruisers as well.
Like we said earlier, for training rooms, they will come with or after the clan update. So as soon as we have information on that, we will definitely share them with you. But we don't have anything else right now.
Yeah, and one question that I saw here about Strasbourg and Siegfried 27mm bow. Siegfried, we're forwarding feedback about that every once in a while when we see it. Strasbourg, no. Strasbourg is already the best performing battleship at tier 6, better than Nelson.
It's a tier 6 Jean Bart, guys.
And and it would be unfair to all of the other tier 6 battleships for Strasbourg alone to have it. So, no.
Make the good ones even better.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we have time for maybe one more game, guys.
Yeah, I think we can do one more. So, what do you want to play?
We want to go to.
Do you want to do some carrier shenanigans?
I can have a go in carriers. You'll have to excuse me not talking very much though, because when I play carriers, I really have to try hard them because I'm not.
Big brain focus.
That's fine.
Yeah, but I'm happy to play again.
I'm happy for you to carry the game for me, so I don't actually have to focus.
Okay.
I'm going to play.
It's performing even better than North Carolina. Do you know, Blip?
Yeah. Better than North Carolina. Full stop.
Strasbourg is a beast. Chat agrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and also the comments on if we're moving other ships around. Okay, right. Let's just nip this in the bud right now. Yes, we're moving Weimar to tier 7. Yes, this was an incredibly difficult decision, and it took us a very long time to even debate how we were going to work Weimar. Weimar has been a problem in the game since day one. And you guys are full aware that this is an incredibly difficult subject for us because we are aware that it's absolutely stomping its tier, it's stomping the tier below. It's even performing better than some legendaries. Full transparency. This is something we've been debating back and forth for quite a long time, which is why it's taken so long for us to even give you a stance and a response to this. Weimar is an exceptionally unique case. This does not open a door to,
I mean,
if we're going to move a million premiums around.
Sorry to stop you there, but we cannot say never
Again,
for
yeah.
anything. But it's not like what Fana is probably wanting to say. It's not like, oh, we did this. Okay, now let's change 50 ships at once.
Yeah,
like,
no.
If we have to keep the balance there quite literally, and in this case, it's just she's just too strong.
We're not going to make a habit of it.
That's the point I'm making. Is this isn't the beginning of a huge shift in all the premiums in the game.
No,
you're not going to see 100
is
premium
also-
shift tiers overnight. Now.
Which is also one of the reasons for that is most premium ships are fine.
Yeah.
Some may even underperform. We had to buff some. We will buff some in the future probably if there are ever any that are not performing as well.
So
it's always a possibility.
On the Strasbourg comment versus NC, it's like for the average player, NC is probably going to do better than Strasbourg.
Okay,
but
so
a lot of Strasbourg players out there are really good.
Now the question has been asked: how did this pass super test?
East or west, quickly?
West.
Full clearance, super test, do not balance. I will say it again and again and again. Super test, do not balance. There have been some exceptions where they've resulted in things like Brandenburg receiving buffs, but for the most part, it is not super tester's fault that Weimar reached here. It's honestly, it slipped under the radar for a lot of us at Wargaming. We didn't expect it to have the impact it does, and it was definitely a oh no moment from the moment it was put in the store. So. Like I said, Weimar is an exceptionally unique case for us.
The thing is, even our QA, like sometimes, even if you give it to 100 people or 200 people or whatever, Sometimes these things can slip through. We did learn from that, and we are trying to not make that happen again.
Yep.
And it's like we are humans. We do make mistakes, and this one was clearly a mistake.
Yep. And
I asked west or east, and I went west, and you went east now.
oh, when people say west, I think left. I'm sorry.
Out of all the people in the office, I would have expected you to not do that.
I don't look at the map whenever I determine which way I'm going. It's the difference between me, you, and Robin. Like, when Robin says left, he means left on the map, not left in the game. And for me, it's left in the game. So,
That's why I use directions.
but I'm Georgia.
Like west or
I'm
east.
Georgia. I'll
So
turn around and I'll be there in
Oh, it's-
3 minutes
that's probably okay.
if I don't
We are
die.
only like 3 ships here.
Engine boost activated. Fighter airborne.
There's like all the details on the move of Weimar and any of the other changes revealed. They won't be now. We will get them to you as soon as we can. But
Ship is on fire.
just a little bit.
Yep.
Fighter returning to ship.
Let me get out of here and shift on over to the west side of the map.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, regarding the Strasbourg thing, for context, offhand, Strasbourg has a 3.5% higher average win rate per ship or like per battle played
Oh, I got the mouse.
than North Carolina. And win rate, of course, does not indicate everything, but that is a like in terms of an eyeball figure, that's sort of that's a large gap. So. Am I going to get this Z-33? Almost.
I think you probably don't even need to come over here. There's very few ships.
Yeah. They're all in the middle. I can go up the middle. I'm going to do it.
Okay. Sure, why not?
I mean, you two are coming around. Everybody's kind of broadside, not looking at the middle. So
I always wasted his repair. He's basically one shot and he has no repair. If you, yeah, there you go.
Nice. I'm trying to set her on fire or like actually hit her. Ah, she's unspotted. Damn it. Ah, she's on fire.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. All stations, protect that target.
She actually repaired again, apparently.
Engine boost deactivated.
and the Flanders going. I'm gonna try and lob shells into this Iowa, but she is. Oh, I can't get up.
She's burning.
Yeah, I know we're pronouncing Weimar wrong, but that's how you pronounce it in English. I know it's
I mean,
Weimar, but
Weimar is like, it's pretty close. It's okay.
yeah.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Even I say Weimar quite often.
And
'cause
he's
it's
German.
like- yeah. But it's just like, it comes natural when you speak English, that you like pronounce it more English. Out of all the budget German ship names, Weimar is probably the best. Like, it's not as bad as some others.
I feel sorry for this Tennessee.
I've been hammering him. Have you seen?
Yeah.
I've been
an
smacking
enemy,
him
don't feel
over and
sorry.
over again with HE.
He's tier 5.
I know he is, and I'm abusing it. Like, he has almost no AA, and with my plane health, I've been
Tier
smacking
5
him.
in his pre-Pearl Harbor version. Like,
You know, I'm smacking it.
as for AA, we
Yeah.
don't have any AA.
Yep. Smacking it.
Oh, is that Iowa broadside?
Concentrate fire on the
Is that
enemy warship.
is that a failure of my situational willingness?
Our team has taken the lead.
Guys, you're killing things too quickly, guys.
Yeah, I usually have that issue with you guys, so I'm very happy to be on the damage dealing end this time.
Returning the favor. It's a Flanda. So the blinking HP bars is new. Basically, it indicates whenever the enemy ship is taking damage. I have been seeing some feedback that some people do not like them. I think it's excessive or it's epileptic. So I'll be writing that feedback definitely in the mail, see if we can get it adjusted, reduced, or get an option for it or something like this. So
I mean, that's a fair point, but otherwise I really like the indication. I think it's quite a nice addition. Ooh, the crap, that frontal was just burning, like melting.
I set 2 permafloods on him,
Oh,
that would do
okay.
it.
so
That explains it, yeah.
Victory is in
yeah.
I'm gonna go for this cruiser.
Yeah, it's a Helena in the corner.
Yeah.
There she is. She's accelerating. Just shoot in front of her.
New Hydra icon is a great addition too, though. Yeah, it is as well. Like I was saying earlier in general, like all these little quality of life changes for the UI.
problem solved, sir.
Oh, look. Parsifal. Mm-hmm.
Some nice carrier to eat.
Some damaging her.
Engine boost activated.
I have better secondaries than that. I can just run up into her.
Imagining losing to a carrier in a battleship by getting sunk by the secondaries would be tragic.
It would be tragic. And knowing my luck, it can happen.
Not hunt for Red October, but hunt for Parsifal.
Yep. The hunt for the Parsifal Citadel.
Citadel?
As for citadels, there are no citadels.
For me, it's just a hunt to actually get into range to shoot.
He's gonna get me with his torpedoes. His next round of bombers.
Good, that means I can farm no damage. So I'm so sorry for you.
Let's see.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
It's one shots.
Oh,
I
no.
got the last hit.
Okay.
Well,
Kill secured.
such is life.
Where do I submit bug reports? Got F-shock by an invisible torpedo some days ago. Would like not happen again. If you have any bug reports, try to get a clip of it, or some screenshots, or describe it as good as well as possible, and put it in our bug reports channel. There's one for Xbox, there's one for PlayStation, and one for mobile on our Discord.
Yep.
That would be the best way.
Yep. And always try to get video of it. On Xbox, there's a feature where you can just record what just happened, where you click like this and you go over here, record what happened, and you can just get the last minute and send that to us. That will help us a lot in figuring out what exactly just happened, and so that we can just take that video and bring it to our developers and show them what's what.
Also, in case you don't know, on PlayStation, you also have a cinema feature where you can just save recent gameplay.
Yep.
And it lets you like last 5 minutes. You can do that anytime in battle as well.
Oh,
Just
so you can do that on both.
press the share button. Yep.
Yep.
And that helps us a lot. If you just say like, "Oh, this happened to me," and we can't really like evaluate the situation, what exactly happened there, it's really difficult to pass that on to like get anything fixed.
Yep.
And otherwise, if you have anything that occurred, like for example in the last update before this morning, that happened to you more often, try to see if it's maybe fixed now. That is possible as well, even if it's not mentioned in patch notes. Sometimes some bugs are just magically gone. Usually, if we notice we fixed anything, we of course try to put it in the patch notes. And it also helps us to know, oh, it's still happening in this version, for example.
Yeah. So
Feel free to also just reping, like if you reported something 2 months ago, it's still not fixed. Feel free to let us know. Might be that we thought it's actually fixed by now.
Yeah. And so, the question, how is Riga performing? Riga's doing pretty well. She's kind of trolly, but that's more or less kind of that's her character. Her dispersion and Sigma are slightly worse than regular cruisers. But she is still doing quite well because the rest of her package is pretty strong. For other questions, is there a statistic for how common it is for players to own legendary tier ships before acquiring any tier 7 tech tree ships? I don't have that statistic offhand, but for the large part, players that get legendary ships are like the overwhelming majority of players who get legendary ships are going to have reasonable progress in the game and experience in the game. Players aren't going to people aren't really going to log in for 360 days without having the tech tree ships to boost their progress, and then get a ship and then play it and then be able to keep playing it, maintaining credits earnings. It's just none of that adds up.
That's the next hurdle, basically.
Like,
yeah. Even
so,
if somebody's doing that.
Yeah, the amount of people who have done that are probably countable on 1 or 2 hands.
So, our Twitch says we've been streaming for over 2 hours. So I think it's time.
Somebody wants to go home and have food, I see.
No, it's just we're over 2 hours now. I think
Technically, we launched the stream 10 minutes early.
We might have time for another game. It's like 7 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
What do you think?
We can really do 7 minutes. I also really can't wait to visit the bathroom.
Okay.
So
nature is calling.
Nature, yes. He sounds hangry. Yeah, might be.
Yep. And then question
Nature calls
before
for
we
both of
go,
us.
Florida underperforming. Florida is really in the middle of tier 6. So that's just kind of where she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like all these numbers, like how many people play certain ships and stuff, we can't really answer that out of the top of our head.
Yeah.
Don't know if we can actually share all these facts. Like we can't share everything with you.
We can give you,
but-
we can definitely give you generalizations about how well a ship's doing. We can't give you detailed stuff because that's what our agreement is.
Yeah. How about a week of no-cost maintenance? Yeah, no, sorry. Very, very unlikely.
Yep.
And Vittorio Veneto, as we said, we are planning buffs to her and some of the other Italian battleships.
Vittorio Veneto will get a reload buff, if I remember right.
Yeah,
basically,
sounds about right.
almost all the Italian battleships, except for Francesco Caracciolo, will be getting a reload buff, I believe. And then Roma will get a smokescreen.
You can
Hey,
read on that here.
That's Roma getting a smokescreen. Unheard of.
All right. So, given that most of the questions are rather repetitive, make sure to just watch the VOD. Have a play in background while you're like having dinner or something, or watch it fully. Some of these questions, like training rooms and stuff, we already answered. Otherwise,
Training rooms after clans.
yeah, and clans, we don't know yet, but we hope as soon as possible. But that is a very relative time.
Yep.
And otherwise, I think that's it. thanks for watching, and enjoy the new update. As we said earlier, if you have any feedback, feel free to let us know on our different platforms or fill in the new survey that we have that I could have totally have ready at hand to post, but didn't. So, oops. So just join our Discord or go on Reddit, or I think on Facebook. It's also shared.
Yep.
Check it out there. Yeah, let us know what you think. Or come back in a couple of weeks and then tell us once you experienced all the new things. As we said earlier, auction as well will still take a couple of weeks until it's being released. And then good luck and have a nice evening.
Have a good night, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Take care.
I need intelligence data.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping in the fade. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit.